Hello and welcome to another Arkis video, the second and final summer special video for this summer. I have entered my last week away from home, working out of town, and soon I will be able to get back on the game and do some fresh content, check out some new time trials and daily races and stuff. But this is a race from a while back. We had a race B at the Bathurst in the Group 4 cars, and I still have to get better at Bathurst, so I jumped onto my American account, and this video covers my first 3 races that week. It certainly contained a bit of everything, and if you are enjoying the content, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. It is highly appreciated. Now let's jump into the first race. I had done some qualifying practice on another account, but we are starting from the back for this first race on this account. We've put on the Lego livery on the Genesis, and we are ready to go. We are starting right at the final corner for this one because the field is quite spread out on the rolling start, which is a bit annoying, but we've also got the equally annoying custom slipstream, so we will get the field bunched up very soon. And we are just going to stay on board for this first lap because we just need to survive to begin with. I always try to just take it easy, and I also need to get used to driving the car with the fuel and the cold tires and all that stuff that you don't practice in the qualifying session. And very soon we did catch up to Madman, who went a bit wide through that corner at the end of the first straight. So we are right behind these drivers coming up the mountain. And yeah, I'm really getting close to this guy. Gave them a notch at the rear bumper. That wasn't intentional, but we are just trying to hang on. Oh, getting close to that wall. I didn't really get the line right for that one. Now we're coming over the mountain, and yeah, you need to just make some small lifts here and there to make sure that you don't run wide. And you can see I really didn't get the line right for the final bit of the top of the mountain. Now we're coming down here, and I always struggle on the controllers to get the nose dipped into the left hand side so you can get a good run out of there. It wasn't too bad this time around, and just remember to brake early enough for Forest Elbow. We can see we had the Brazilian driver into the wall, so I'm tucking in behind Madman. Maybe we can pull past the Brazilian. Let's just bump them so we can get past, and someone is serving a penalty as well. This might get a bit tight with space. Yeah, we end up going 3 wide at the moment, and I still got the inside line. Let's just make sure we brake in time. Can we hang on to this one? The Brazilian was getting really brave, but we managed to keep it. They actually braked a bit too late for that outside line, so we kept it for now. Now we've just got the final corner to go. And if I remember correctly, yeah, I got that Mitsubishi Lancer getting really close to me, poking their nose in, but I was already committed to the corner. That was not really going to work. And we survived the first lap, so we are going to jump ahead now to see what happens further on in this race. We're coming down the mountain for the second time, and it slows down for a bit. And let's see. I think as we're coming into Forest Elbow, yeah, the Brazilian driver went for a move and made it work. It caught me out by surprise, to be honest, but no contact. I saw them coming and they made the corner, so I cannot really complain about that. Let's just try to keep going. And yeah, now I've got P13 going for a move, but I still got the slipstream. Let's just try to bump the Brazilian along the way, but yeah. They've got the inside line, the Lexus, so yeah, and here we definitely had a netcode bump going on. I didn't touch them that much, and the reaction from the cars was a bit exaggerated, and you can see I just backed off immediately because at the moment when it happened, I thought I had done something wrong. So now we are really falling back. We are almost, yeah, we are going to lose another position. Now we're down to P14. We are hanging on to the inside line though, and yeah, taking a bit of the grass as well. I really need to get into a rhythm in this one, but now the car behind me decided to work with me, so we tried to keep it going, and then they made a mistake behind me, ended up running wide, didn't get the inside camber, and yeah, now I just need to see if I can catch up to the drivers ahead. Now P12 is sliding about a tiny bit into Forest Elbow. We are really getting a good run. I cannot remember what did I decide. I decided to just bump draft a bit. Let's just stay with the group. And I was thinking about doing a final bump, but we are too close to the braking zone. I'm lifting off, but P12 forgets to brake, so they just run off the track. But that had nothing to do with me. I backed off way before the braking zone, so yeah, they just got too excited there. We are jumping to the next lap. We are coming over the mountain now, and at this time everything goes wrong in front of me. You can see now we suddenly have a car crashing into the wall, and yeah, a lot of stuff going on there, and we suddenly gained a couple of positions. And I have to say, looking back at this, I especially felt bad for this guy. They was just trying to make their way through, make contact with that car. Now someone else crashes into them, and of course they get a 4-second penalty. That was a tough one. So yeah, that's just what the game does sometimes. Now we are behind Britney Steers, and Madman has been into the wall as well. So we are up to P9 at the moment, and we are getting close to Britney Steers. And yeah, it is the final lap, but I decide to let's just bump them ahead. We're not going to make any miracles at this stage of the race. And yeah, that driver ahead of me is faster anyway. Now we've got a yellow flag coming up. Let's see, yeah, someone had an incident coming down the mountain there. So we are up to P8. And yeah, not the most brilliant race from me, but we did gain some positions, and yeah, benefited from other people's mistakes, and we are jumping to the end. So that was the end of the first race. We are jumping on to the second one. And this was a fairly long race. I remember you could only get around 1 lap in for qualifying. I managed to get a time in that put me in P5, and we'll just have to do with that. I didn't want to skip a race to try to qualify further up. Let's just have some races. I really messed up turn 1 there. And yeah, I also messed up that corner. So yeah, luckily Ghost Viper Gaming behind me was being patient, and now they are paying the price as well, because now they are forced to going side by side. Now I really mess up. I must have been so annoying to be behind at this stage. And yeah, we managed to get past that Brazilian driver, luckily. And can I at least make it around Forest Elbow? Yeah, sort of. But yeah, I was a bit clumsy that entire lap. So now we just need to stay calm. And thank you for Ghost Viper Gaming for being so patient with me. And let's see, they must be gaining now with the strong slipstream. Someone has served a penalty. This is going to be a bit tight, I think. Yeah, Ghost Viper Gaming decided to bump me through as well. Let's get the car stopped. We almost messed up that one, but we managed to just about keep it together. We are actually up to P3 at the moment. So this could be looking good, unless I mess up something. We survived first lap, and something happened behind me with Ghost Viper Gaming as well. At the end of lap 2, I end up, as you'll see, we've got the car behind me giving me a lovely bump into the final corner, and also take the advantage from it. Maybe they got bumped through as well from the driver behind them, and I make mistakes as well. So let's just let that slide. That was totally on me. I just completely overshot my braking point for turn 1, so I lost out a bit on that. Maybe I was a bit annoyed at the time, and that distracted me, but not that much to be annoyed about. As mentioned, I make my mistakes as well, so I won't be the one try to constantly look like the better driver, because I need to be a better driver to do that. Anyway, I'm talking too much. We are making our way up the mountain, and yeah, we certainly got a tight situation going on in front of me. A lot of cars bunched up, side by side stuff going on, and a driver in the wall, and yeah, it's easy to keep up even with me grazing the wall there. And now, unfortunately, this is my big blunder moment of the day. I caught way too much, slide off the curb and crash into the wall, and the car behind me crashed into me. I completely lost control, ended up on the grass. Now I will have dirty tires down the mountain. All this is on me. I started that entire chaos bit by hitting the wall and coming to a complete standstill. So from being P3 at one point, now we are down to P10. I'm just letting Britney Spears go there. I got a damaged car and I just need to recover, so just getting out of the way. So yeah, and we need to serve that penalty as well. Here I get a freebie, someone has crashed, but still this race has basically gone down the toilet. And I could have defended this one, but yeah, I wasn't even in the mood for more racing. But I could have kept that position, I think, but maybe I would have lost it on the final straight anyway. So yeah, that was the end of this race. We've got one race to go, and maybe we could be a bit more lucky in that one. We'll see. So we are jumping into the third and final race, and I can already say now that this turned out a bit different. We are starting in P6, a bit further back this time, a tiny bit. And can I make it through turn one? I always tend to mess it up. Yeah, nope, I couldn't. I'm losing slip already. It's all about timing that braking point when you're coming in slightly slower. Luckily, they decided to bunch up already coming up the mountain, so we could easily catch up to the group again. Now I just need to stay clear of any chaos. So yeah, as you already see, and I have to back off here, and we've got someone coming through at full throttle, driving straight into some slow-moving traffic. We've got the white car named Black Rabbit coming through. We did lose out a bit there, or maybe we didn't. I lost track. We had a bit of moving up and down the grid, but we survived coming down the mountain. We are still on the first lap, and we are pointing in the right direction. Let's just make it around Forest Elbow as well. And let's try to just settle down a bit for now. So we are at the end of the back straight, and P3 seems to slide on the curb, and we've got cars off the track. We've got the car continuing on with dirty tires and no braking power whatsoever. So now I'm suddenly up into P4, and if I remember correctly, we've got something happening. Yeah, now Black Rabbit does the switcheroo on P3, and I think P3 is trying to hang on to this one. So we have some stuff happening into turn 1 on lap 2 as well, and they ended up sliding off the track. So now I'm suddenly up into P3 behind Black Rabbit, and coming up the mountain, the driver behind me is going to make a few mistakes. So the threat from behind that we had earlier is slowly disappearing, and I can just concentrate on keeping up with P2. And you see we are starting to pull away from P4 at the moment. Oh, almost lost it on the curb once again, but yeah, you can see now we definitely are pulling away. Let's just survive down the mountain. You can see Black Rabbit in front of me is maybe slightly faster than me, but thanks to the slipstream, which I hate myself, we are still able to hang on. Luckily, this race was a 5-lap race. If it was shorter than that, I would probably not have done this one. But this felt like at least a proper short race. Soon we will see that the leader has spinned it. We had a yellow flag, and suddenly we are gifted a P2 for the time being. And now the new leader misses that final corner, and we are going side by side, and this is where I make a mistake. And I noticed that there was some contact coming into turn 1, but and then all breaks loose behind me, and I managed to suddenly be in P1. But let's have a look, and this is totally on me. I think the white car was braking late, but you can see I was sort of squeezing them, didn't do it intentionally. I thought I was clear, and I've also maybe sort of expected the car behind me to brake a bit earlier than they did. Either way, that was totally on me, and a bit of chaos. Now we've got the car behind me got a good run on me, and made a good pass around the outside. If I remember correctly, this was an A+ driver as well, but that was a good move. I was trying to hang on to the inside, but they made the brave move around the outside. I managed to stay with them thanks to the slipstream, and let's just work with them and see if we can pull away from the rest of the pack, because then we can just have a race on our own, and that would be really nice. We're making it through the chicane at the end of the back straight, and just got the final corner to go. But we are jumping ahead because not much has happened, so we are coming through the chase once again, and as we're coming into the final corner, suddenly something happened in front of me, because the leader decided, or not decided, but accidentally just binned it by themselves, came to a complete standstill, record sheet off the wall, and now suddenly I am in the lead of the race, and I actually ended up having a decent lead to the cars behind, because I worked with the driver who was with me before. Now we've got Crawler behind me, but I managed to keep it together. Crawler did gain on me because, of course, I got a bit nervous throughout the last lap, but I managed to keep it together. So we actually managed to pull together a win on this race B on that evening. And that's all from me for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.